Hello. In this video, I'm going to be describing an efficient method of listing all the factors of a number. In general, our goal is to list all the factors of a number n. In my first example, n is going to be 45. Therefore, I want to list all the factors of 45. Another term for factor is divisor. A divisor and factor is the same thing. It's a number that divides evenly into the number. My first step is to start with 1. 1 is always a factor of every other number. So I write down 1. I also write down the original number n, which is, in this case is 45, because a number always divides evenly into itself. Step 2 is to go through the whole numbers in order. I've already done 1. Now I'm going to go to 2. 2 does not divide into 45. Then I'm going to go to 3. 45 divided by 3 does come out even, so we write down 3. And we also need to write down n divided by 3 at the end of the list, or in the second half, that is. So I'm going to write down 45 divided by 3, which is 15. I have a first part of the list and a second part of the list. The next whole number is 4. That does not divide evenly into 45. The next whole number is 5, and that does divide evenly into 45. 45 divided by 5 is 9, so I write that down. Then I check 6 to see if that divides in evenly. It doesn't. 7, no. 8, no. Then I get to 9. Well, 9 is already in the list. According to step 3, step 3 says to repeat step 2 until you get a number that has already been written down. 9 has already been written down, so I can stop. My conclusion is that the factors of 45 are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. In my next example, I'm going to be listing all the factors of 16. We start with 1, and we write down 1 and the number itself, 16, because those are factors. 2 is a factor, so I write down 2, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. 3 does not divide into 16. 4 is the next number, so I write that down. 16 divided by 4 is 4. It turns out that 4 times 4 is 16. I only need to write down the number 4 once. And in fact, this is the square root of 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. And according to step 3, I'm able to stop now because I've gotten to the square root of the original number. My conclusion here is that the factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. In my final example, I'm going to be listing all the factors of 115. I start with 1, and I write down 1 and 115. It is useful to know the divisibility tests. For example, 2 divides into even numbers. 2 does not divide into 115 because it is not an even number. Then I go to 3. 3 does not divide into 115. 4 does not divide into 115. 5 does divide into 115, so I write it down. And I also write down 115 divided by 5. 115 divided by 5 is 23. Then I continue with the whole numbers. 6 is not a divisor. 7 is not a divisor. 8, 9, 10, 11 is not a divisor, and I need to know when to stop because this is an efficient method. I can stop when I get to the square root of the original number. Now I don't know the exact square root of 115, but I do know that 10 times 10 is 100, and 11 times 11 is 121. So the square root of 121 is 11. So I know the square root of 115 is a little bit less than 11, so I can stop. Now I can write my conclusion, and I'm done. Good luck finding factors.